Drill, drill, and more drill. Training a trooper to manage his saber dismounted is one of the most important skills to turn into muscle memory. This week on the 11th OVC, managing your saber while dismounted. The saber is arguably one of the biggest symbols related to the cavalry service. When describing the romantic image of why recruits join the cavalry service, the saber was almost always part of that imagery. Civil War troopers who actually enlisted, though, with little to no military experience, soon found that this romanticized weapon was unwieldy on the ground and required working with it with hundreds of hours to actually make it muscle memory. As always, let's go straight to the manual and see what the troopers were taught in the School of the Trooper in the introduction of the Manual of Arms, which is drill number 92. The troopers, having the saber hooked up with the hilt to the rear, are exercised at the Manual of Arms after the principles laid down in the second part of the second lesson. See Plate 5. And even if you search through all 3 volumes of Poinsets, even Cook's Manual, or even Cognitive Compendium, they all basically say the same thing, which is not much direction from the formal standpoint. The only thing that is even described on how to hook up the saber is having the hilt to the rear. Thank goodness it actually has a plate, which is Plate 5 that it actually recommends in looking at, that we can see what they're actually doing. As you can see from this plate in the manual, the saber was twisted about 180 degrees in a clockwise direction, which wraps the straps around the saber, and then it ends with the curve of the saber pointing to the front or the hilt to the rear. So now that we have our saber hooked up, let's make sure, just to make sure, that that's actually what they did in combat, rather than what was in inspection or formal drill or something like that. And we can actually confirm this with drill number 578, which is the drill for dismounting, forming a skirmish line, and fighting on foot. It states the following: upon the action command of on foot, dismount. Return to the ranks as prescribed in drill number 292 and face to the right. Pass the reins with the right hand over the head of the horse. Seize the extremity of the reins with the left hand. Seize them again with the hand 6 inches from the mouth of the horse, nails upwards facing to the front, and hook the saber without letting go of the reins. So with that, we can advance and form a skirmish line. As you can see, if not controlled, the saber becomes an awkward tripping hazard. Unfortunately, the rest of this video is more of experience and muscle memory than period literature or drill manual specifications. The trick to managing your saber while hooked up is a variety of different things. So, the first lesson of manipulating your saber: control it. Don't let it fly everywhere. You actually need to control it. So one of the things that works best for me, 2 things. Number 1, either use your other hand and actually just grab the saber when you're actually forming a skirmish line, go down. You can do a whole bunch of different things just by grabbing the saber. That's easy. The other thing is actually using your hilt or your elbow to control that hilt. Again, if I back up and I run towards you again, you can actually control the saber pretty well. So again, elbow on the hilt, right there, not in my way, and I can take action. Again, if you don't control it, it's all over your feet, it's in between your legs, and you're definitely going to trip on it. So either, really the 2 things that have worked for me the most is either just grab it, okay, or just use your elbow. So again, grabbing it just pretty much looks like this. Come, form your skirmish line, take a knee, saber over your leg like this. This is not in the manual. A lot of reenactors and living historians do this. It is comfortable, but it's not necessarily in the script or in the manual. But then when you get up, you can control it with your elbow, and you're right here. You can swing around, you can walk, you can do a lot of different things. But ultimately, it's about training, and it's about time in the saddle and time with your saber belt. The more you do it, the better it'll be. We hope you enjoyed this video. Hope it was worthwhile to you. And of course, as always, please like us on Facebook. Please subscribe to our YouTube channel, ring the notification bell. And until we see you in the field again, ride hard.